You have a momentum going. Your thoughts are on a momentum, and those thoughts could be doubtful about what you're going to do with client activations, money, or anything like this, right? You might be on a certain momentum of getting 1 enrollment once a month. That would be an example, or 5 enrollments per week, right? Doesn't matter where you're at, but you're on a momentum right now. And you're trying to increase that momentum to go elsewhere. That's what you're doing on the call. That's what you're feeling right now. You're jumping, okay? So maybe these are the results out of 10 out of 20 they don't really necessarily want, and you're trying to jump all the way to 20 out of 20, right? And on this call, you're going to accomplish it. You're going to get there. You're going to make progress on your vibrational reality that you're assuming, that you're getting into, that you're aligning with. But after this call, maybe in 2 hours from now, whatever time zone you're in, okay, it could be really nighttime, could be evening time, whatever it is. Often, our paradigm, programming, okay, is going to want to bring us back to our momentum, wherever that is. So it might want to do this. You made progress. You're not all the way down there again, but it may feel like in a couple hours, like when I think about it, I don't really believe anymore. I believe it, but I'm not, dang it, I'm not there, right? You just feel like, I'm feeling a little off. And then tomorrow comes around Tuesday and you're like, I do feel really good, but I kind of feel like some uncertainty again. I'm kind of doubting. Am I really going to get it by Friday? I feel it. I know it. But is it really going to come? I didn't see any prospects reach out today. So your ego side, which tries to protect you from pain, from let down, from the fear that you're going to be rejected, from the fear of not accomplishing, from the fear of whatever it is, it may talk to you and say, I don't know, you be prepared. It doesn't happen. We've tried this stuff before, right? So mind may want to talk to you just a bit. So it's your job, and this is a natural cycle, to know that ahead of time. There's nothing wrong with you if you're dipping up and down. Okay. This is part of your calling to grow through this. So it's your job to get back up there. Over and over and over and over. That can be a little challenging. That's why most people avoid this. Why do some people that don't have a standard of going to the gym or eating proper nutrition or whatever it is, or working out, it doesn't have to be at the gym, they could do a home workout or whatever it is. If you don't have that standard, it can be very hard to make sure that's constantly there and you're stretching yourself on the physical level, right? That can be very challenging. But for most people that already have that standard going, they'll continue that way a little easier, right? It's completely programming in your standards. Let's talk about another area of life. If you're always used to having an extra $1,000 in your checking account, for example, or an extra $50,000 in your checking account, or $200,000, whatever it is, doesn't matter number, that's your standard. And then when you dip below it, you feel like there's something wrong, like alert, we better get action going. We could better get some things moving, and then you get back to that spot, right? So it's easy. Standards are very positive and very negative. They keep the good in your life automatic. Great thing to write down. Standards and habits keep the good automatic in your life, but will take you down to that level if you don't pay attention to it and keep yourself up. So even though it keeps all the good automatic in your life, also equal thing to write down, it keeps all the bad automatic in your life that you have a standard for. Maybe change the word bad to disempowering. It's not really bad or good. Therefore, if you want a higher plane, this is the work that we have to do right here. And this is what we call effort. Every single thing that we do in this lifetime requires effort to get it a standard. Same thing with brushing your teeth, but your parents guided and stretched you to do it. If you never brush your teeth and you started today, 99% of the world would not be consistent with it, including me. It would be very hard to keep a lot of things consistent. If I never brushed my teeth before, I've never taken a shower before. I've never done all these cleanliness exercises. Doing it today and then continually doing it every single day would be very hard. But for all of us, at least I hope you brush your teeth. I think you do. All of us, it's very easy to brush our teeth multiple times a day, take a shower. Why? Because we built the habit in childhood. Our parents kept us accountable. Now, not all parents did, and but you see what I'm saying with that. It could be something else. So that's why it's hard for ourselves sometimes to stay consistent with this and have it work, because it's up to you to coach you. I'm stretching here in this, okay, but I'm not living in your household to be there like a parent was for you to say that, or right, or any other person. So that's where it can be really challenging, including for myself, is I have to make sure I'm on top of me, let alone if you have kids, let alone if you have responsibilities, let alone if you know all this other stuff. But we have the calling to know that this only takes a little bit of effort daily. And if I take all these things, all this stuff I'm focused on, and I really just say, I'm going to focus on the number one thing, vibrational work, changing my frequency. That's my number one priority. If I say all these other things, I'm going to get the better habits, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, whatever it is. My number one thing right now is my frequency. You'll see it. So that's ultimately what you want to do until Friday. If that makes sense for everyone, throw a number 9 into the chat box if that makes sense. For number 9, if that makes sense. Okay. So this is called a change of momentum. And remember, the standards keep the good automatic in your life. Once you have this as your standard, that will happen all the time, no matter what. You'll always have 50,000 in your checking account. You always have this enrollment. You always have this enrollment, whatever it is. Strange and mysterious, marvelous things begin to happen when these things start to change in frequency. All right. Thank you for accepting the work. Thank you for accepting who you are and where you're going. Thank you for doing great work on the call today. Let's continue our great work. Are you up for it? All right, let's rock and roll. We're going to do a 4-minute visualization here. This time it's going to be a little different. While you're seeing your unseen, you're actually going to tell yourself, this is a vibrational reality. You are going to actually say that to yourself over and over. You could say it verbally, you could say it internally, you could switch it up, you could do both. But while you're seeing your unseen, the thing that you want, that you've been visualizing already on today's call, you're going to say, this is a vibrational reality. This is a vibrational world. This is a vibrational world. This is a vibrational world. Ingraining that into your mind until you become one with it. All right. 4 minutes on the clock. Do your very best here. Remember, you're changing frequencies and you will see the difference happen. All right. Let's rock and roll. You're doing it spectacular.